Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning. What I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you this morning. Some people may not agree. Don't care. When I give facts, don't care about what you think and feel about them. I'm just giving you a fact. Today's lesson going to be about why only ignorant people die. I can tell you why. Let's go. Yeah, let's rock. Right is a 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons, sometimes death. You tune into receiving them, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I couldn't awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Yeah, right thinkers, let's talk about what I'm trying to explain to you. Maybe you'll understand it once I break it down for you. Why only ignorant people die. Okay? Fearing death is ignorant. Okay? I can prove it. That's right. That's what I do. I don't make a statement and leave it open end. No, I'm going to make a statement and finish it off for you and make it a point that I'm trying to teach. Let's go. Death, the other side of birth. If you're born, you're going to die. That's nature. Recycle, rebirth. So just like the flowers, when they die, they come back with a weather break. The spirit that don't get enlightened will be born again into a new life and start all over again. See if the person whose life is in now can get it where it needs to go, back home. Death is always going to be to the body and the ignorant. Enlightened beings don't die. Why? They know who they are. That's why. Conceptually, if you don't know you, you're scared of death. Again, if you knew who you were, death wouldn't fear you. Why? You know you don't die. That doesn't mean go out and get killed. No, just understand that when this physical body runs out, it's going to do that again. What's in it don't die. But the consciousness of the individual who didn't enlighten his spirit, that will die with the body. Simple. Let me tell you about it. Death, the other side of birth, will come to us all. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. We all will perish physically. The goal for here is to what? When they do perish physically, to not to die mentally or spiritually. Conscious of an ignorant person will die with the body. That's what our mets get to eat. Okay, eat the conscience of the unrighteous. God erase you from existence, so to speak. Okay, that was the price. The Egyptians, no Egyptian wanted to do that. Wanted to get eaten by our men. So they did what? Live right, practice by Yah, and after death, they went on to the afterlife. They did it for thousands of years. Moving on, we haven't done nothing for no period of time. We ain't got nothing together, and we still floundering around. If your fear in life is dying, you ain't gonna live. Fear, acronym for false evidence appearing real. You create your own fears. When the guys, philosopher, they said we suffer more. I keep this guy's name, but I would keep track of their name. The phrase said we suffer more through our own imagination. We imagine. So we foresee in the future, and a lot of times we focus on the negative. Okay, that's not good. So all they try to predict the future, don't worry about that. Just live in the present. Future take care of itself. It will be the present eventually. Yesterday ain't coming back. That's over. Moving on. This is philosophy that you can practice. I ain't telling you about no religion. I ain't giving you a bunch of commandments. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you about you. That's what you need to know about you. Now, if you fear death, you're really ignorant. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to give you a fact. Okay, if I'm ignorant, how do I take care of the problem? Get enlightened. Get some knowledge. Self-knowledge. Calm down. It's too early for that. But I get annoyed. I used to have conversations with people before I did a lesson. If I listened to them, I wouldn't even do the lesson. Why? They don't know nothing. And I don't want to waste my time sharing with them. Why? Man, y'all turn me off. Okay, so I come here on my own. I stop sharing my lessons. Why? Y'all don't get it. And again, they're not listening to hear to learn. They listen to discredit, critique it. Well, how about this? How about that? I'm so annoyed with that. So I keep my mouth shut and do what I do for you. All right. But again, fearing death is showing your ignorance of yourself. When you have knowledge of self, death is off the menu now. Why? That's going to happen on its own. Performing or trying to see your death is ignorant. Moving on. And a lot of us do that. I see myself die. I wonder how many people come to my funeral. All ignorant. Simple as that. Moving on. Ignorance is not knowing something and then just saying whatever you thought. If you don't know, how could you speak on something that you don't know? Self-knowledge, spiritual knowledge, same thing, gives you personal understanding of yourself. Never mind Tom, Dick, and Harry. No. What about you? Are you living right? You doing the things you need to do? Because at death, you're going to be judged by how you lived. Don't you know that? Yeah, but all I got to do is know Jesus. No, you don't. That ain't going to get you nowhere. So stop that. Well, I got to do is I know Jesus. Gatekeeper. Lord, you got a son named Jesus? No damn son named Jesus. Everybody comes to the gate talking about your son Jesus. Somebody giving the wrong information and you're all going what? To hell. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But the fact of the matter is, either you're going to go here or you're going to go there. Heaven, hell. Ain't no in betweens. Moving on. Your choice. Again, you have a choice. You have a choice. That's what Mayat represents. Self-knowledge. Not learning about, no, I don't give a damn about history. I don't give a damn. But self, I need to know me. And that's when as a black people, our biggest bugaboo is we don't know who the hell we are. We let somebody tell you, oh, you this, you come from here, you come from there. Oh, you were just there. Damn that. Find yourself, in yourself. So, self-knowledge is what? Knowing, not believing. Self-knowledge is knowing you and God are one. Christ knew that. If y'all follow him, y'all should know what he talked about. And y'all don't. Because y'all, oh, he spoke in parables. We don't know. 2,000 years, y'all ain't feel like the damn message yet. Excuse me again. I'm going to make some, I'm going to keep apologizing. I'm getting a little irate with this nonsense. But again, how ignorant we are about death and life. So you don't know nothing about nothing. You just here existing, just going through life. I'm trying to teach a philosophy that you can learn and practice. I ain't no damn preacher. I ain't here to preach about religion. Don't do that. I'm here to teach you about yourself. Say that every day. Excuse me. And those who know thyself don't die. Did you say we all die? Yeah, again, ignorant ones die. I didn't say we all die. I said the ignorant die. Pay attention. A lot of people hear what they want to hear, so let them hear it. I know what you heard, what I said. What you thought I said, you changed the whole concept. I didn't mean that. I meant that, like I said, only the ignorant people die. I'm trying to prove to you by putting it together and showing you, if you one of these, you're going to die. He died. Told my brother, we talking, again, running by somebody. He got his ideas, and that's fine. But I asked him, did anybody who you know living came back and talked to you? He said, yeah. That's his opinion. That's his concept. I can't tell him he's wrong. Ain't nothing to do with me. I'm asking him why. I don't know. I got my own. Okay? Ain't nobody ever came back. He ain't came back yet. Great-grandmother, everybody who I talk to on a daily basis, who I pray to, my ancestral worship, ain't never one of them came back to me yet. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Okay, I ain't said it don't. I ain't no. I'm speaking for myself. He spoke for himself. I'm speaking for myself. Simple. Moving on. All. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, excuse me. All you right thinkers who reach self-mastery, aka Nihas, knowledge of self, you become what? One with God, and you become immortal. That's what immortality is. Reaching that level of understanding. And now, in spirit and mind, you are immortal. Because when the physical body dies, you don't. Only the ignorant ones do. Like I said, I'm proving to you again. I know a lot of belief system followers, Christian, Muslim, and Jews, who live in fear because religion puts you in that state of mind. Oh, I better do the right thing. I better listen. Yeah. No. Ain't no choke around my neck to do the right thing. I just know the consequences of my actions. That's all. Your children, when they do something wrong, you spank them. Why? Don't do that. Hello? If you keep letting the person do things without no consequences, no transgression for the actions, they will not stop. That's what discipline is for, to hold you accountable, to do the right thing or pay the price. God don't care. God ain't your father, he ain't your mother, he ain't your parent. No, he's just a philosophy. And if you do this, you're going to get that. You reap what you sow. That's fair. Every individual is responsible for themselves. And once you get to that point, you start doing things, that'll benefit you. Living right, doing right. Why? You benefit from that. You don't think so? Keep doing the sneaky and deceitful stuff and see how that works out for you. Moving on. And some of us will. Out of ignorance. Again, that's why they die. All right? You can't get around it. And I keep telling all you belief system followers who live in that fear state of what? Death. Why? That's ignorant. To fear something that's inevitable is just dumb. We're all going to go that way. Same way we came into this world, we're going out. But the question is, are you coming back? The goal for knowing ourselves is to stop the reincarnation cycle of life and death. Okay? Born, die. Born, die. That means you ain't learning nothing. You're here to go to school. The physical world, earth, is for the spirit to get educated. Moving on in the physical body. When you believe in God, and that's okay to start with, and not know him, that means you didn't learn. That means you didn't progress. You didn't get the memo. You didn't make the connection. Daily meditation and prayer and righteous living, God will recognize those things. If you're meditating, you're communing. If you're praying, you're communicating. If you're living right, you're earning your blessings. So those are things that you just need to do, not a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, you do that, don't do that. Oh, you know that on your own. Common sense could tell you some places, some things. You don't need to be a genius to know not to do this. Moving on. But again, you can do what you want. Why? Because you're responsible. So free will. Act the fool, wild out, be your best self, your choice. When you know or don't know that you are God, you will die. Humans die. Ignorant people die. All humans who are ignorant will die. Okay? Humans who are enlightened don't die. Why? They know themselves. It's a mind thing. Fear is all mental. Being spiritually awakened. That means you put some time in to get to know God. God is spirit. Spiritual knowledge is spiritual waking up, meaning I know God. I've seen guys have wakened until they know God, running around acting a damn fool. That ain't God. That's you on your ignorant ass trips. Okay? Moving on. But being spiritually awakened means that you know you and God are one. You ain't claiming to be God. Oh, I'm God. I can do this. No, you're a human being with a conscience and think it's God. What is it? That's a mental problem. Psychological, they take you, lock you up. Back in my day, you couldn't run around claiming to be God, talking all reckless and crazy. They lock your ass up. Now, it's almost normal. That scares me. That this new thing y'all got, I don't know what it is, but y'all need to stop that. If what you taking got you thinking you God, you need to get off of that one. Hell, I'm thinking I'm God, but I ain't on no drugs. Big difference. I talk to God every day and have been for the last 15 years. And that nail in them conversations, he told me to take my damn clothes off. This new thing, y'all, running around naked to my God. Psychological problems. They should have a psych ward just for them guys. Why? Because they're under something. You know that's not normal. Simple as that. At one point in time, you realize this guy ain't on, he off his meds. he on off the reservation. With your psychological mindset, you are bugging out. They call that bugging out. That's what they call bugging out. Okay? Bugging out meaning you into a whole state of mind that nobody else is into. In your mind, it all makes sense. But in reality, you ain't, that's not normal. I don't see many people trip out, bug out. I don't see many people enlighten. So I know the difference between the two. I'm not impressed with that bugging out, going to God nonsense. What? That's going to wear off. You wake up and what I do, what I say. If your memory from the time you're doing what you're doing, you can't remember, that means you was on something. You wasn't in your right state of mind. Simple as that. I'm not no damn, I ain't got to be, but I know what I know. I know drugs. I know people on drugs. Simple as that. Let's go. This thing y'all got now is starting to get y'all to next level. Ayahuasca does that. A lot of other drugs do that. Mushrooms been doing that forever. Okay? We've been getting psychedelic drugs and tripping and bugging out. But if you can't control the drug that you're under, you should not do it. Because it's running you. You ain't running. It's like the ego. If it runs you, oh, you gonna have problems. If that drug tell you to do this and you do it, uh-oh, Scooby-Doo, uh-oh. That means you're going to react. You're going to do things that's not normal. And when it's all said and done, I did that. Yeah, okay, don't worry. Reality catch up with you. When God meets reality in human form, that's fantasy meets reality. Okay, I ain't going to go there, but yeah. You know where we at now. I don't know what space we're on the. Okay, yeah, right here. Okay, if you know yourself to be spiritually one with God, you don't die. I thought you, again, if you're paying attention and listening and stop trying to find the flaw or the fault and just understand the concept, you'll be just fine. You might learn something, okay? Death will come to the physical body, period. Body can't live forever. We know that. But to be scared of the body dying makes no sense. But if you're ignorant, that's the whole thing. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Oh, you're going to die. Trust me. You're going to die. If you're unenlightened, if you're ignorant, death to you, okay? And the physical body, but not what's inside the body, which is the spirit, which is God. Knowing that puts you in that state of mind where you have knowledge of self. Feet, don't feel me now, okay? I'm about to run. Okay, I try to tell you over and over again, our bodies are physical vehicles for the spirit to do what it needs to do whilst in the body. Once the body ceases to exist, the spirit has a choice. If it's enlightened, ding, 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 ding. If not, reincarnation. It's just a concept. We don't know this or that. Don't care. If I'm wrong, I'm willing to pay the price. Are you? Every Christian, Muslim, and Jew, are you willing to pay the price if at judgment day you find out that you followed the wrong concept? Okay, moving on. Oh, Jesus, it ain't. No, it ain't. Do over, move over, rebirth, reincarnation. It's a concept. Simple. It ain't. They don't care. Philosophy and concepts and principles don't give a damn. Understand that. It's how you use them that makes the difference. When you die, the physical body will die, but the spirit inside will never die. But the spirit with the ignorance conscious, the conscious will die along with the body. Spirit don't care. Again, it don't give a damn. All right? We can't stop death. You can't avoid it. Once you're born into this world, you will what? Die physically. But you can take care of what? Afterlife while what? Living right in this life. You can't get to that one and you're messing this one up. They ain't allowed that. Okay? So if you don't pass the criteria, it's simple. Everything in life have rules, regulations you got to follow and adhere to as a process, a system of what learning things you need to know and practice things you need to learn and get better at them. So at the end of this life, you can still stay right and go on back home with your conscience intact. So you will know who's there when you get there. Oh, they there. Whoever got there, they got there for the same reason that you can get there. Knowing thyself and living right. Ain't no other way. Christ got that part right. It ain't but one way. Different direction, different concept, still just one way. Righteousness. Doing the right thing. Simple as that. And that's God's calling card. If you start doing right, living right, doing right, he'll recognize that. The other guy, he'll say a bunch of bill of goods, make a bunch of deals. I didn't make no deal with God. I just want to be part of him and do the things that he wants me to do for me and him in his eyes. I don't do this for nobody other than him. Those who benefit from what I do, I appreciate that. That's why I do it for you. I'm already doing mine. I serve my duty every day. Put my grind on every day. Not when I feel like it. No, every day. I pattern myself at that thing in the sky. It don't deny you. It's here every day. That's like I'm doing every day. All right, where we at? Okay, yeah, what's this? Now, we can't stop there to the bottom. No. Everything that's born into this physical realm will pass away. Moving on. If you're spiritually ignorant, when you get close to death, we call them hellhounds. When you make that deal with the devil and he come to collect, he's going to be a pain in your mind. Not your ass, your mind. He's going to be here. And that's going to drive you crazy pretty much because you can't get away from him. Yeah, he got you. You did that. When you was having your fun and all the things, yeah, you forgot that you made that deal. He didn't. He just wait. He just wait. And then he come to collect. That's called death. Okay, you make a deal with the devil, he come to collect that death. That's the hellhounds. Where we are to death. Those people who don't have that, they go into a good sleep. They go into that good night. Cool, smooth. No hellhounds, no regrets, none of that nonsense. Okay, so a life well lived will be die well. Okay, if you live right, you'll die right. I know people who had spiritual knowledge, meaning they knew themselves. They went out cool as a cucumber. They went out smooth. Okay, when you see somebody dying, knowing they dying, and they okay with that, that means they lived a good life. When somebody on the brink of death and they are wilding, hellhounds, you don't know that. They know that. But they the one who did it, so it don't make a difference. Who knows? It don't make a difference. You got to deal with that. At Judgment Day, don't look to your left, don't look to your right, look forward and back. No, look straight ahead. Why? Because it's all on you. Everything is on you. This thing right here. You should lighten that thing by what? Living right, purified by doing the right thing. You can practice that and make it happen. So that death, you stand tall. A lot of y'all shrink. Ignorant people just fall all together. they just give up. All right. Why? They had their best run when what? When they was under the influence of that devilish guy who told them they can do this or gave them powers to do that. Crossroads, playing the guitar, being rich and famous, and then got to give your soul to the devil. That's dying. This is another concept to tell you, you're going to die consciously, and the devil going to suck you up. Okay? Conceptually, metaphorically, whatever you want to do. Good and evil. If evil got you, he going to have his way with you. You do good, you go into the bosom of God. You go home. Moving on. All this is conceptually. All this is in the mind. Your mind can do whatever it wants to do. It's unlimited. The mind is unlimited. The physical body got the limitations. That's why number 6, the spirit came into human from matter to spirit, from spirit to matter. Now it's in physical form. It's encased in the body. We already know all that. All right, where we at? Okay, death comes to the physical body, but not, okay, what's in it? I know, okay, I did that. Now, to become spiritually enlightened is to escape death. I thought, wait a minute. When the mind and the heart become one, when the physical body die, that one go home. That means you know who you are. It's real simple. I can put this thing together 20-something years. I can make it any way I want. I can slice it, dice it, julienne, fry it. But it's all the same concept. You need to know yourself. It's simple. You can cut it any way you want, say it any way you want, and that's what we do in religion. Just slice it, dice it, a bunch of different ways. But if you follow whatever when you follow the way it's supposed to be done, you'll reach your destination. Simple. Self-knowledge. Okay? Knowledge is spiritual enlightenment. We called it nihas. Everybody lived to reach nihas. That way they know they're going to die. At death, they don't die. They go on to the next life. Hence, afterlife. Why would you have a concept of afterlife? Where it come from? Somebody thought about it. Moving on. And the only way to avoid death, don't be born or Become conscious of who you are. I take my chance of becoming conscious. I'm already born. I can't stop that. So once you come into this world, you still have a choice. Do right, do wrong, and keep coming back. Some people like this world. This is hell. If you like material, this is your place. You spiritually enlightened, you're going home. That's where you want to be. Why? That's eternity. This is a cycle to go over and over. This is the wash. You're going to keep going around and around until you get it right, conceptually, again. And again, the way to avoid that is to become conscious, get enlightened, know thyself, whatever you want to call it. I hear people use that word, amazing grace. I just watched a TV show, and the lady was in the inner city, New Orleans. I like that. They got some good stuff. But the point was, the lady remember when she was out there, and now she's the coroner, she's doing a bunch of bodies, and she went to sing Amazing Grace. If you think of yourself as a wretch, I did a lot of bad things. I never called myself a wretch, but I wanted his grace by what? To change my life around. You can't get grace for nothing. You can't just, oh God, that ain't gonna do it. You gotta put work in. That's what that's about. I remember a few years ago, they told me you walking in God's grace. What the hell does that mean? I don't know, but that's what they say. I don't get involved in that. I just walk the way I walk, talk the way I talk, and be the way I be. Moving on. We all should do the same, I thought. And amazing grace is your pass into what? The afterlife. Why? Because God saw favor and he gave you grace. You call it miracles, blessings, whatever, but that's the grace that God gives to those who what? Who deserve it. When you was wretched, he didn't bless you. It's when you started getting yourself together, you realize, oh, yeah, hello, yeah, there you go. You give to receive. God ain't going to give you nothing that you don't deserve or you didn't earn. See where we're going with this? You're the controller of that. And when this life is over, if it's lived right, only thing is over is the physical body. And that we know don't last long. I got 67 years. Yeah, he didn't give us 60. So I'm already past him. So I'm already on the winning side. I'm backstroking through life. Why? Man, I'm in uncharted water. Why? Nobody been here before. I'm just hanging out, doing my thing, and trying to bring anybody I could along. Why? Come on, it's fun. It's out here. Come on, man, get with it. Know yourself. Be your best self. Live this life to the fullest. Why? You only get one shot at it. Why? Because your conscience won't be around for the second shot. The spirit will, but you won't. That's why. Moving on. You only get one shot at life. Okay? You reincarnate, but the shot will be the different conscience. Different mind, different body. But the spirit don't change. Moving on. Unless you enlighten it. Then it can go home. Our ancients called this nihas. Love that word. Haruhood. Y'all call it anointment, Christhood. But my favorite, know thyself. Okay? When you do that, you secure your position where in the afterlife. You don't die. If the physical body die and the spirit go on to the afterlife because it passed the test of judgment, scales of Mayat, that's what you aspire to do. No, you want a bunch of money, fancy cars. That's this world. You suck it in. You made the deal. You bought into materialism. Buy into spiritualism. Start living, doing, and being right, and gain the reward for that. Because you always going to get punishment for the other stuff. Nothing good come from bad. Nothing good come from bad. And it never going to happen. If your conscious mind, your thought process, how you think and feel, don't marry your heart, mind, it will what? Die. The conscious by itself, ego, dies. Why? It edged God out. That's why. This all makes sense if you understand. I'm trying to do that to get you. It's all philosophical, but it makes sense. You ain't got to subscribe to it. You ain't got to like it or believe it. But that don't stop the fact that it makes sense. For those who follow it, we know it do. Why? We live it. I do. And those who practice, they know too. If you're a Christian, you swear to God, Christian's the best thing going. If you're practicing working it for you, I ain't got a problem with that. For those who practice that the way it is, I respect that. Well, I practice what I'm doing. I hope you respect me for doing that. But it means nothing about being respected. At death, will you be respectful enough to pass the judgment of Maya with a purified heart, a light heart? That depends on how you live. So, again, your choice. Let's go. When we make bad choices, we got to pay for that. Stop. Make better choices and benefit. Simple as that. I'm about done. I can't keep doing this. I'm wrapping it up. Here we go. I'm taking it home. Appreciate you tuning in. This is the last lesson that I hope you can understand and learn from. Knowing thyself is you knowing you are one with what? Thyself, which is God. Spirit that's in you. Okay? You got to become what? Conscious of that. He gave you that for that purpose, to become conscious, to know thyself, so you and him can become one. Your life will be fun, enjoyable. Other than that, you're going to keep chasing your proverbial tail, going round and round. The Ouroboros snake bites his own tail, beginning and ending over and over again. That's called ignorant. Moving on. With self-knowledge, making your heart and mind become one. That's becoming one with God. But you gotta be conscious. An ignorant person ain't becoming one with God. God don't do ignorant. Okay? If you're ignorant, you don't know God. You can believe in God all you want. You can talk about him and pray to him. But if you ain't serving him, he ain't listening to you. He ain't gonna serve you. Excuse me. If you got no money in the bank, you can't go to the bank and get money out. If you ain't doing nothing for God, you can't go to him and ask for a blessing or prayer answer when you ain't doing nothing. Prayer with no works is useless. So all you gotta do is put the work in. You gotta pray so much, but put more work in and things will happen for you. I'm God conscious. I know God for myself, and I'm not running around here taking my clothes off, acting a fool, telling everybody to go to God, you got to be this, that. No. I conduct myself in a respectful manner and give others the advice so they can do the same. It's called teaching. That's what I do for you. And I'm God conscious. Why? Because I know God, not believe in God. I serve God. Okay? That's who I answer to. They got what they call the worship gene. My worship gene is toned on, locked there. Why? I'm all about serving my higher self, not just myself. That guy served himself. Served himself. Didn't know himself. Okay? You will die. He did. Even on the money. What your money say? What the money say? In God we trust. I got a problem with that, but I get the concept. Okay, so the question is, Q said it best. Who do I trust? Me. That's who. God. Again, for the ignorant ones who did that, they just did it. They didn't know. Moving on. And again, and when you put your trust in Christ, Allah, Buddha, Yahweh, that's fine. Your choice. My rebuttal to that is from perspective of wise wisdom, all those are ignorant choices. If you choose to follow a belief system, that's a bad choice. But if you put your heart and soul in it, you want to believe, it'll work for you. What that tell you? Is it the belief or is it, is it the religion? Is it the person you believe in? Or is it you? Who I trust? Me. That's who. You should trust yourself. Why? Because if you knew yourself, you knew that you and God are one. So that's who you trust. The one. Hope you get the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. This is what I do for you. Hope you return back. I want to see you again. I'll be right back with another lesson for you. But in closing, right thinkers, man, you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who know themselves, we don't pass away. All y'all ignorant ones, you will die. Goodbye.